Could Calgary really be the best place in Canada to invest in real estate? In today's video, I'm going to show you why that might be true. Hey, this is Anthony Taylor, your local Calgary realtor. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I'm all about providing the most up-to-date information on Calgary, the best areas to invest in, and showing you some of the best investment opportunities in the city. If this sounds like it'd provide value to you, consider hitting that subscribe button, as over 90% of my viewers are currently not subscribed, and this helps me create more content like this. Additionally, we do a monthly gift basket giveaway to one lucky subscriber each and every month. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment on one of my videos from that month. So let me know down in the comments any questions you might have about Calgary as I read and respond to every single one of them. Let's get right into it because it's no longer a secret. Calgary is becoming one of the hottest places for real estate investors to purchase properties, and that is holding true even with the recent interest rate hikes we have seen last year. Whether it's buy and hold, cash flow properties, or short-term rentals, there are options that will work for any investor. So let's get right into it here. Here are the top reasons why Calgary is a great place to invest in real estate. As many investors are coming from out of province, the first thing you will notice is that Alberta has no provincial sales tax. We only have the 5% federal tax, which means if you're purchasing a brand new or pre-construction property, as this is the only time this would apply because taxes are not applicable on resale properties, this means you'd be saving a considerable amount of money compared to BC and Ontario's 12 and 13% sales taxes. So to put that into perspective, on a $500,000 home, you could be saving upwards to $40,000, which is a huge amount of money no matter what type of property you're purchasing, especially if it's a cash flow property. Next up is affordability and better prices compared to Vancouver and Toronto. The cash savings don't stop there. Real estate in Calgary and Alberta is vastly more affordable than Ontario and BC. If you take a look at the numbers, you can see here that the average home price in Calgary is 2.5 times more affordable than in the GTA and Vancouver area, which are the other two hotspots for investments in Canada. Next up is a strong rental market, and rents are increasing. To make things even better, Calgary's rental market has seen a considerable price increase in the past few years, with rent increasing 20 to 30% year over year, and this has actually outpaced home prices. So not only is it more affordable to purchase here, you'll be taking in more rental income as well. And with the extremely low supply of rentals on the market, this does not appear to be changing anytime soon. Additionally, Calgary has the highest median after-tax income of all the major Canadian cities. Higher household incomes typically lead to higher monthly spent on housing. Calgary also has no rent controls, and there's no limit to the amount by which a landlord may raise their rent. Rental rates are market driven here in Calgary, meaning that when supply is low and demand is high, such as right now, rental rates can go up very quickly. The next reason is the high quality of living. The strong demand in Calgary is not likely a fad either, as Calgary ranks incredibly high globally as one of the best places to live in the world, and is a huge reason why so many people are considering Calgary to be their new home. You can see here that Calgary is actually ranked as the third most livable city in the world and the most livable city in North America. To go into exactly why we rank so high would be an entirely another video in itself, so I won't delve into that right now. Calgary has always had a strong and fairly resilient economy, and that all starts with a strong presence in the oil and gas industry and is being aided by a massive tech boom happening in the city. Here are just a few statistics that support these claims. Calgary's population is growing, and it's growing quicker than ever, as we saw the largest net gain last year since 2014. This is due to a variety of reasons, combined with a large number of residents moving here from Ontario and Vancouver. Immigration is also on the rise here, as there were a record number of new immigrants that moved to Calgary in 2022. You can start to see why there is so much pressure on the rental market and why prices have soared over the past few years. Calgary is a very vibrant city for young adults, and they make up the largest percent of the rental population. But what exactly makes this demographic so attractive to Calgary besides its affordability and besides its economy? Well, it's really the lifestyle that the city offers here. Calgary is a young, smart, and diverse city full of people who love to take advantage of the location with its never-ending list of activities to enjoy all year round. It's even easier to enjoy knowing that you live in the sunniest city in Canada and are often visited by Chinook winds, making those winter days so much warmer. Whether that's spending time in Fish Creek Park, walking through Nose Hill, or cycling the largest pathway system in North America. It's no secret residents also love to take advantage of being so close to the mountains, with many avid hikers, mountain bikers, skiers, and rock climbers living throughout the city. If those are a little too extreme for you, you can always take a walk through Banff or ride the gondola up the mountain to experience the breathtaking views of the Canadian Rockies. On top of that, Calgary is a very safe and clean city. Higher interest rates have priced many buyers out of the market, making more people rely on renting. The real estate market has gone from a very crazy busy market to a much more moderate market right now, as home buyers have been priced out due to the recent increase in interest rates. This means that there's a larger portion of the population that will be looking to renting as an option. This is even true for new residents moving here from other provinces. This means that finding the right rental property to purchase will be much easier, as you won't be dealing with quite as much competition as you would have last year. With all that said, we can start to see why Calgary makes for an incredible place to purchase an investment property. But what type of rental property makes the most sense in this city? Well, they all have their pros and cons. I'm going to walk you through each one of them and let you know why I'd recommend them and why I wouldn't. Number one is a cash flow property. This is typically the most popular option for investors, specifically first-time investors. The objective here is to make sure you're receiving a monthly cash flow on top of having your mortgage and expenses paid for. You more than likely won't be making a huge monthly return here, but you'll be having your mortgage paid down, which is extremely important. For example, if you purchase a property for $300,000 with 20% down, which is the minimum you need for an investment property, and you're making around $100 a month off of that unit, that means if you sold that property after 25 years and it's paid off, your $60,000 investment would have seen a 13.27% year return, and you would have turned that $60,000 into over $750,000. This is the option that will have the largest inventory to choose from in Calgary as well, and is what I recommend for most first-time home investors. Next up is buy and hold options. Buy and hold real estate is a long-term investment strategy where an investor will purchase a property and hold on to it for an extended period of time. The owner typically intends to sell the property down the line, but will rent it out in the meantime to help finance the mortgage. The objective here is to purchase somewhere where you anticipate the value is going to rise significantly over the years, so you can cash out and sell when the time is right. Using this strategy, you can still obtain a monthly rent, but you want to make sure you're purchasing in a desirable area or a soon-to-be desirable area. In my opinion, the strategy may not be the best for a first-time investor, but makes more sense for someone who maybe has a few cash flow properties already. You also need to be someone who can ride the market waves up and down and not panic sell if you do see home prices drop one year. This is a long-term strategy that requires patience, knowledge, and making sure you pick the right area. Even with all of that, there are still unknowns that could arise in any given area. Short-term rental options. Short-term rentals, or what many refer to as Airbnbs, are something that has really gained in popularity over the years since Airbnb came into the market in 2008. A short-term rental is a rental unit that you rent out on a daily rate, which tends to lend to many pros and cons, but can be a very lucrative option if done correctly. The pros are that you can typically make much more annual cash flow off of these properties, especially if the property is in an ideal location. Think trendy areas near downtown or close to events like the Calgary Stampede. However, there are some glaring cons to this. Firstly, many condo buildings are making rules around short-term rentals more strict, with most downtown high-rises completely disallowing them altogether. The ones that still allow them could change their bylaws at any time, leaving you with a property that you're either forced to rent out long term or even sell. Additionally, your upkeep and expenses are going to be a little higher here as well and more time consuming. The property will need to be cleaned after every guest as well, whether that's by you or a cleaning service that you will be paying for. There will also be more wear and tear on the property, making upkeep and repair costs more significant. This really comes into play when it's time to sell, as you'll most likely need to repaint, patch up walls, and definitely replace that flooring. There's also the added uncertainty and price fluctuations that come along with daily rentals. While some months you might be making way more than you would with any other option, the market is much more volatile in general. Think back to the pandemic when no one was allowed to travel and most short-term rentals sat empty. Granted, you could always rent them out as long-term options if that was the case, but overall, short-term rentals can be a very great and exciting option if you can handle the emotions and the volatility that come along with it. If you're looking for help purchasing an investment property in Calgary, my contact information will be in the description down below, as well as a link to my private calendar where you can book a time to speak with me that's convenient for you. If you found this video helpful or informative, consider watching one of these videos as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.